Morning, everybody. How's it going out there?
Oh, wow. You've taken the NPR approach.
Good morning, everybody.
Usually you criticize me for...
ASMR.
Welcome to Left of Center. This is your locomotive, Tom McDermott speaking.
That's not you. You're like...
I like it.
You can do that for about 10 seconds.
This is the locomotive.
Did everyone do their yoga today?
Happy 420 Day, everybody.
Whoa.
Yes. It is
420.
It is the bicentennial. Well, not the bicentennial.
No. It hasn't been
It is
420
It's like
days.
Christmas for stoners.
It is, sure, it's a celebratory day for those who
For stoners
wish
nationwide.
to smoke.
Yes.
420.
Where did that come from, by the way?
Good question, Lindsay McDermott.
Oh,
You know the answer?
Limp. My bad. LMP.
No,
That was
notorious
lamp.
LMP.
I've only been calling you the same thing every day for like my entire life.
Lamp.
For your entire
You've
life.
why you
not
say
called
Lindsay
me by my
McDermott.
last name.
I always said, get over here, McDermott.
No,
See?
you do not.
Which confused Chase and Tommy also.
And Patrick.
And-
and the dogs.
Right.
And, yeah.
So-
Marissa.
I didn't
History
forget
of
about Patrick.
420 Day. Isn't it like some
gotta
Golden
be.
Gate Park, right? It was kind of
But
a
like,
joke
why
or-
420?
I don't know.
Is that like a police code?
Good question.
I
See,
was
these are
just
the-
talking to Jeff
These
Long.
are things that our research should have uncovered.
All right, come
Someone
on,
will know.
LOCPOD audience.
Shatters.
Hey, I didn't even get the shared note until like midnight.
Yeah.
But like seriously,
We have
why
difficulties.
420? I bet you there's like a police code 420. It means like high as
Someone will know.
Lindsay's
AF. High
I'm
AF.
on it.
Season 3, Episode 4.
Season 3, episode 4.
Episode.
By the way,
420.
the episode... Oh, nice, John.
In 1971, 5 high school students in San Rafael, California used the term 420 in connection with a plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop.
There you go. Interesting. I wonder
That
why they
seems
use that.
really
means-
weird and out there, but
The hazy history of 420.
it's on Wikipedia, so it's got to be legit.
It's got to
Really?
be right.
Huh. That doesn't. I was hoping for more. I'll be honest with you.
Then
That-
four
that's lame.
stoners that were in
Right.
San Rafael, California. That's kind of
That
makes
It could have
sense.
been 421. There was no reason.
In a way, it just kind of makes sense.
It doesn't. It could have been any date though. It could have been 520. Like there's no justification whatsoever.
Oh, it's because this group of kids would meet up at 420 after school every day
Ah.
to go and
That's
look.
better.
look
Sounds
for
more
it.
like Old Wives' Tale or
Yeah.
something like a...
Well, it's got these guys' names on the Wikipedia article.
Of course they're going to say like, yeah, man, we invented 420.
Yeah,
My
we
buddies
did
and I
it,
had a code
man.
like about what time to meet in the morning and stuff like that back in the day.
Then why didn't you guys get the name of the...
It was,
of
we
the
always
day?
called it. It's like meet at 7:15 before school.
Well,
like,
they were 420.
It would be July 15th if we were in charge of the world.
And then we wouldn't have a podcast that day. You know, well, maybe
You
we
never
would
know.
once in a while.
But we have a 2 in 7
7:15.
chance. We have a 2 in 7 chance of having.
Well, the interesting thing is you're going to be announcing 7:15 in a little bit, so this will be
that
good.
is crazy.
Yes, it's all happening.
Is that the date?
That's the date.
The Thursday night.
The
that we're
Thursday night.
announcing
So
today.
we're going to announce in a little bit. So that's
So very
cool.
shortly, we're going to make a major announcement for
Yeah.
Festival of the Lakes Thursday night act.
It's going to be fun.
It's a badass act.
Yeah, it is. Speaking
Yeah.
of episodes, last episode was fun talking about the triathlon.
It was fun.
It was pretty hilarious hitting Phil and
Watching your
old
guys'
school, watching us disintegrate
Yeah.
on each other.
I got a funny story. I was training the other day.
You're still training. You're
I was
doing
by
it.
myself, so I did the Wolf Lake Run, which is 6 miler. That's the actual run we're going to do at the race, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming around. I went, I don't know, I was parked on 129th. I went west. So I was going around Wolf Lake, and I'm coming around like south of the Pav. So I'm like 5 of 6 miles into
Yeah,
it.
so you're all the way around.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, right? And the thing is, like, for those of you that aren't from Northwest Indiana, like, we have a goose issue.
Canadian goose issue.
They're dicks. They're dickheads.
They
Like,
can be in the spring especially.
They're dickheads. I don't like them. I don't like them as a cyclist. I don't like them as a runner. They're dicks. I mean, I don't care about these birds, but they're like the friend that nobody wants to hang out with. Okay, like I mean,
like you've known them all your life.
they
but
will
just
knock you
don't
off your bike.
necessarily want to hang out with
like
them.
when you're bolting along on your bike, they'll just knock you out, and they're like 50 pounds, right? They're huge.
50?
45. They're not small. They're not like small little frail birds.
At the golf
I'm
course,
going
they
20.
taught us
I'm
to
going
run
20.
at them with our carts to
Yeah.
get them off the green.
Right, to get them off the green, right? But how much do you think they weigh?
Unofficially, Lindsay.
How much?
Oh, like 35 pounds maybe.
Okay, between 35 and 50.
Sure. Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough.
Depending
So-
on how big they are.
And they're dicks, right? So to top. So anyway, I'm running south, and I steer clear of these things.
Sure.
Like, I don't want to mess with you, man.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just out here running,
They
right?
like a hiss and
Living
Right.
our lives.
So I'm like running, and I've avoided like 50 of them. All right, these big, and I'll like steer and clear,
Sure.
right? Like, you're the boss on the trail. I'm not going to mess with you, right? And then I turn a corner, and there's like a group of 10 of them. And most of them are like, "Wah, wah, wah," and they
It's like
like
a
get out of the
gang.
way, right? Yeah. but there's
A
one.
gaggle, John.
There's like one. Is it gaggle?
I don't know. It's a gaggle of geese.
So like I see like out of the 10.
Gander.
A gander?
No.
Gander? Sounds right. I'm going to run with Lindsay.
School. I'm going to go with
Sick.
school.
School.
of
That's
geese.
school of
Okay,
geese.
I'm going.
Fish.
Okay, so that's. Yeah, I was going to say that's fish, John.
So just imagine
A
so
gaggle.
Imagine there's 10 in this gaggle, right? And I round the corner, and 9 out of the 10 are just like going about their normal business. But there's one
Oh,
dick.
you're right.
It
Never
is a
mind,
gaggle.
Thank you. It's
Sorry.
also a murder of crows, if anyone's interested.
I know
Nice.
there's ganders.
So anyway, I round the corner, and I see one in particular looking at me. Now this is a freaking beaked animal staring right at me.
I was right too.
And I'm like staring back at him like this fucking thing is going to freaking attack me. I could tell. Like it's just looking at me and it doesn't like me.
Like eyeing you.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm on the freaking path running, right?
The head of the gaggle.
Dude, like so like 9 of them go off and there's one just eyeballing me.
Wow.
And I'm like eyeballing him back like I don't want nothing to do with you,
This
dude.
is a standoff.
So like I'm like going way around. Like I'm on the grass now. Like, dude, I want nothing to do with you.
this
If
is
you're
5
one of your
miles
babies,
in.
there's no babies around, but I want nothing. And this thing's like and it like starts following me, right? And I'm like, I swear I wish I had my phone. I'm like, this goddamn thing's following me, right? So I like start running a little faster and then it starts running after me. And then I
on.
go into the grass. I'm off the path now. And I'm in the grass and this thing's like running after me. And I'm like full sprint, like 5
Full
miles.
sprint after 5 miles.
Dude,
man.
I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
Couldn't have done it at the
this thing
half
like,
mile mark.
like runs after me. I like run like 2 blocks out of my way to get away from this
Maybe this is
goddamn
part
bird.
of the training. Part of the training. Like,
I'm like-
wanted you to get moving after 5 miles.
I swear.
You're going to run into a bunch of those things when you're doing the actual run, too. I bet you.
Oh,
You know what though? With
That's
that
a-
many,
your
that's
heart
something-
pumping a little bit faster.
that's a very true story. I mean, we have to
with
tell
that
them.
many people, those
Yeah.
geese will probably
Yeah,
be gone.
you're right.
You're
You're
not
right.
gonna be hanging.
I was
out.
by myself.
Or
If
they're
you're,
gonna
we were in a
dive bomb
gaggle
you.
of humans. You
Yes.
can't mess with us. If
Yeah,
you,
that's
I was
right.
one human in a gaggle of
Gaggle
geese.
of geese.
What a
They
jerk,
outnumbered
though.
you.
I wanted a golf club
More
so bad.
powerful in
You wouldn't do
groups.
that. Not to our Canadian
I would have
geese.
to that one.
If he came at you.
Yeah, and then
Hissing.
then I'd get like complaints about it.
Yes,
Like
you would.
a
Hey,
goose.
guess what? I killed a goose.
Yeah, like this
With
goose
a golf
attacked me.
club,
This is a
that would-
mean goose.
That wouldn't
I
go
have-
over very
There's
well.
a mean goose
Maybe
at Wolf Lake,
protective of a
FYI.
nest.
I have a deep core memory of when Dad was at school at Notre Dame, and he and Marissa took us during your finals week, like
Right.
when you had some spare time, to go and feed the ducks and geese
Uh-huh.
on some body of water.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was like 8,
yeah.
and
It was
I
at
had
the
like
lakes.
a bag of bread,
Uh-huh.
and it attacked me, and I dropped the bag of bread,
Yeah.
And
and they
ran?
just ran with the bag of bread, so they robbed
Maybe
me.
there's something with the
remember that.
McDermotts with getting attacked by geese. We had
I think
Lindsay.
they're
We have
just
like a
and you.
safe
pheromone. We have like a pheromone
It
about
gives
us.
off.
I could
No.
tell, honest to God, this thing was looking at me. He's just like looked right at me, and I'm like, and I knew he was looking at me. I'm like, dude, like,
Them's geese fighting
Hey,
words,
John,
you know?
He's
do you
just
think
like,
a goose can look like
like,
straight
you wanna
at someone,
go?
or does it look sideways? Are their
no,
eyes?
he looked straight at me.
Can they
There was
look?
no
Their
side.
eyes can go this
Yeah,
way?
I saw him, dude. I saw him. He was looking eyeball to eyeball to eyeball at me, like right at me, and I was like, I knew instantaneously I had problems with this gaggle.
All right, Lindsay, how about a spiel so we can make this announcement that the mayor wants to do?
We got an announcement coming up right after Lindsay's spiel.
So I better hurry
It's
up,
a spiel.
Right? All right, you're
Hurry.
listening to Left of Center, where we cover everything from politics to important events of the day in the Midwest and the nation, all while having way too much fun while doing it. If you can't get enough of us, follow us on Facebook at Left of Center Podcast or on Twitter at LOCPOD, LOCPOD. If you cannot listen in live, you can download our episodes from the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher apps. Just search Left of Center Podcast and look for a red and blue logo. Don't forget to subscribe and rate as well. That's what gets us more viewers
Yes.
and more money.
Yes.
My favorite.
She didn't look at her notes.
I know.
once.
I haven't looked
That
at
was
the notes
incredible.
since like season 1.
She's a thespian, John. Let's remember that.
Yes,
Hey,
don't
Jack
tell
Smith,
my husband.
Average weight of geese, 7 to 14 pounds. Jack Smith.
What? Jack, you're looking at the wrong type of goose.
Also,
This goose I had was a monster. It was 50 pounds all day. Had a big body.
It was the,
another guy said the bird that didn't like you must have been
Right
right
wing.
wing. Thank you.
That's
Thank
good.
you, Juan.
That's good. I like that. Good job, Juan.
there's also one more comment we got to address here.
Yes.
Sheila says, I think you owe $50 for the cuss jar, but that thing's gone, right?
Oh,
Dad
yeah.
got
It's been-
angry
through
at
that.
it. He
Yeah,
said
it's
it.
been
Well,
removed. He still owes some
ran out of
dollars.
cash.
Lindsay made a mockery of it right off the bat.
By
and
bringing
then-
a
I
jelly
know. I
jar in?
put the money in. Like
No,
2
you owed
episodes
like
later.
$15 and you never paid it. So I'm like,
you brought
dude,
some
why
like
am I-
quarters
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Why am I
one day.
going deep? Why am I going
I'm
deep?
the problem here.
You were
It's
like
exactly.
It's
what's
like
going
you know
on
what?
here.
Honestly, it's like when one person starts breaking the law,
That's
everybody
right.
breaks the law.
That's like if the rules are this,
Right.
follow the rules.
So like if you're at
I didn't
420
know that your
theme,
brain was
so you're at
like,
the festival and nobody's smoking because it's
Right.
420 day, and then one person smoked, boom, it all comes out, right?
That's what probably happened in San Rafael.
That's what I'm saying.
Father, where did I learn how to curse from?
I'm not saying that. First off, it wasn't my idea to have
Wow.
this curse jar.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, like you owed money, and then I'm like, I owe money, Lindsay owes money. Like, why are we doing this? Like,
Yeah.
we're
It's
like,
like
it
the
wasn't
chicken
working.
and the egg.
'Cause
I started cursing because he was cursing.
But no, it's all about the payment to the jar. The payment to the
yes,
jar was
it
supposed
should be
to
made
immediate.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediate payment.
So
and
we're on
then
the
it was
same
like
page.
when you're putting credit like in there, you're like,
I'm sorry,
oh,
you don't have
I
a
owe.
square that I can swipe my credit card. Or
Yeah, we're
I don't
we're
carry
getting
cash
cash
with
We're
here.
working on
me.
that. We're working on
Cash
that.
is king.
But we're not like beholden to any restrictions. We can say whatever we want. I'm not
Yes.
sure where the jar came from to begin with.
It was
I
Lindsay.
thought it
Well,
was funny.
it was Lindsay.
And then he made fun of my jar, and I got angry.
Yeah, the jar was lame. I mean, that's another thing that was not
It's right
cool.
there, but
Yeah,
It's the
still
lamest.
there.
Camera.
It's a
It's-
freaking Smucker's jar. It's
it's
like,
full
no,
of cash.
it's Smucker's goober jar. Okay,
But, like, it should
it's
be,
like
like-
the highest end of
but this is
Smucker's
this
jars.
is a
okay?
top-rated podcast. Like we're in our third season.
I'm sorry, I'll
we
get
have
an
hundreds of
urn
thausands
next
of viewers,
time.
and then we get a Smucker's jar. It's hard to take
You know
that
what?
seriously.
I'm gonna get a Fabergé egg next time.
That's better.
And we'll
Now
put our
we're talking.
And then,
corners in
okay,
there.
if we're gonna reinstitute the swear jar, which I am
I
strongly
think
No.
we cannot
No.
have those inflated
It's
prices.
impossible.
$10 for the GD. You just said
agree,
that twice
agree,
today.
Well, what are you
agree.
gonna do?
That
Throw
was
a dime
your
in?
idea.
No. We were getting into the Lent and all this, right? I'd
Oh,
say
okay.
straight up buck per time.
that's nothing.
Straight up buck.
That's nothing for
Oh.
you. You'll be $20 in before the.
That's fine. It's a
Before lunch.
podcast, right? Like,
we're
My
not
head
doing
hurts.
this.
like, why don't we go to WMCD and
I don't
like do
think
our
my
show there if we're not
countenance
going to
can
cuss,
handle
right?
I missed that.
WMCD, where we talk about Tom McDermott all day
Oh, I forgot
long.
about that. I missed that.
WMCD. We
Talking
can't
about
cuss.
Tom McDermott all day
Yeah.
long here on WMCD.
W. How about your announcement? This is exciting.
Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, we got. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it anyway.
I
So
don't even know what you looked at.
I looked at the viewer count. I wanted
I
to
looked
see
at
if it
this
was
bowling
sufficient.
pin.
I was looking to see if it was sufficiently high enough.
We're triple digits.
You mean high as in
Yeah.
420 high?
We got 99. We'll run with that. Live
Oh,
audience.
wow. All right.
Would you do a live audience in front of 100 people? I would.
Of course.
I consider
I
that
think
adequate
way
audience.
too loud.
A live audience.
Way
Okay,
too loud.
this is the band.
You've done speeches in
We're
many
doing
more than that.
Friday, Thursday night's band. So we've already announced Friday night's band, REO Speedwagon,
Very exciting.
which is great.
Old man music.
Heard it from a friend who
Sorry, I'm in my
heard it from a
20s.
friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around.
That's bad
That was
harmony.
awful.
We're gonna get knocked off.
Good job.
Copyright
John. I like
infringement.
that.
It sounds so real.
Yeah,
I think we just got knocked off. It was so close.
they're gonna be like, whoa.
John, are we still on Facebook?
Right. So
Say you got a boyfriend.
Wow,
Like,
that was
that
not
was
Lindsay.
a nice falsetto.
That was a good Kevin
you with
Cronin.
them every weekend.
That was not so great.
I grew up singing in church, y'all.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell. It's very sweet and angelic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Limp Bizkit is not sweet and angelic.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Boom.
Limp
Wow.
That's
freaking
my
Bizkit.
guy.
You just
right
did
there.
it.
Limp
you just-
freaking Bizkit.
Blam.
That was it.
Yeah, Thursday night
awesome.
headliner.
He's returning to
Yes.
his favorite city
Fred Durst
ever.
and Limp Bizkit. They don't put on many live shows annually, by
Fred
the way.
Durst, by the
Boom.
way, awesome.
Funniest guy ever.
He's super cool.
I
Like
love him.
we got to hang with them last time, and you know what's funny is we heard like all this, like, oh my gosh, Fred Durst is very tough to deal with and all that. I found exactly the opposite. I thought he was one of the coolest guys
Oh,
I
he's
met.
super nice.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the coolest guys I met, and all the times I've been meeting bands, Fred Durst was a stud.
He was super cool. 2 Chainz was
I'll
super
tell you
cool
about
too.
Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit. Fred is very much involved in every aspect of that band. Like
He's like the
deals with
business
us from
manager,
the
right?
contract.
He's like the
through
business
everything.
manager,
Yeah,
right?
Wow.
he is very, very involved.
So you've been negotiating with Fred, right?
Through the agent, but him. They're like, oh, we have to ask Fred. Oh, we have to ask Fred. You know, and stuff
Good.
like that. So, which is good. You know, he's involved. He's into it. And by the way, they're really pumped to come back. From what I hear, I just wanted to remind everybody: go to festivaloftheLakes.com for your VIP experience tickets, VIP experience passes. And I wanted to clarify a couple things that I said incorrectly when you announced REO.
You were wrong?
I was wrong. Yes,
What? Kevin Smith
I could've
was
told
wrong.
you
it happened
that.
once a season.
He's wrong.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I was getting confused with another VIP level. But anyway, VIP experience passes do get you backstage. You were right, Mayor.
I was right.
You know
and
your
were
festival.
Wrong.
Not
Yes.
backstage like
Yes.
on stage, like backstage
No. Just
behind
in the
Behind the stage.
area. In the area.
where
I'm
it's a
sorry.
little quieter, but you can still hear the
You
music.
can still hear it, and you can see behind the stage, which is cool.
You
Right.
can get real close.
So
all
you
up
can
in-
do that.
all up in their business.
Just an FYI to remember, the VIP experience passes are on sale now at festivallakes.com, and they are discounted at $60 through June 1st.
Nice.
So after that, they go up to $65, and then they go up to $75, which
Didn't
is
we
the
do
regular
like
price.
$15,000 worth of VIP ticket sales for our REO after our last announcement?
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah, VIP
By the way,
experience passes.
One thing I remember about Limp Bizkit the last time they played Hammond is they sold a lot of tickets.
And they played in the rain,
And-
and the fans did not leave.
I'll never forget that show
It's
as
all
long as I
about
live.
There
one
are
of the
folks
best.
there are people that go on to the website still Festival Lakes and say it was one of the best shows.
It was incredible.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Look
So
at this.
It's pretty exciting.
Happy 420 Day, Dr. Foreit.
Speaking of weed,
He's even wearing the green.
Speaking of weed, he's working today, so
Look, you got a green thermos,
What's up,
a green
Michael?
vest.
And a green monster on his
Happy-
face.
what's up, man? We just announced Limp Bizkit.
Were you at that show, Michael?
Limp Bizkit. Rolling, baby.
Roland is right.
Roland.
no.
I was
Don't
thinking
scoot the
of
mic to
rolling.
him. He's got to get up to the
I
table.
agree.
Scoot
Get up
forward.
and
That
roll.
was my
All up in its
reminder that-
business.
Come on.
This is a podcast studio.
When they do Roland, how good was that?
I would do it my way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would.
did it
What's up, Michael?
Good morning, Thomas.
Welcome
and Kevin.
to the
Thanks
podcast
for
studio.
having me.
Yes, sir.
Good
Happy
morning to the
420
both
Day.
of you. Double tricker, behind the back trickers, both.
Oh, you're bringing up last episode.
really?
Only because it was just sort of rubbed me that you knew within 10 minutes of him making us swear we would never say a word.
We've been together a while.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
They get up to shenanigans.
It's going to be the best.
It was the best. It was, great.
fantastic. But he knew the whole time.
He did.
It wouldn't have been as good if
I was
didn't.
afraid Kevin would like melt down and start throwing stuff around the
Yeah, he
studio.
was a
He's
good
not
actor.
like that. Kevin's totally.
Oh, I've seen Kevin behind the scenes. Like you see
Well,
the
that's
cool,
cool.
the cool, calm, collected Kevin. I see.
I
like,
know that, Kev.
Cool as
Yeah.
a cucumber.
He's
Yeah.
never been upset by me walloping him and then you kind of bike thing.
No,
Like,
you beat me constantly.
I love it. No, and I don't want to beat you.
Michael, did you see Limp Bizkit when they came to Fest?
I caught it.
That
yeah.
was
I
the rainy day.
Yeah, it was rainy and I was out back
Yeah.
How
well,
good was it?
celebrating 420. It was good.
You were celebrating
It was in
420.
July,
It was
in
in
July.
July.
Wasn't it for? Oh,
Yeah, my bad.
Pardon me.
My bad.
yeah. This top is made of both a.
You could tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
It seems uncomfortable.
It's cut off. It's
does.
cut
It does
off
not seem soft.
from the plant, and it's milk jug.
See,
Old
like-
recycled milk jug.
Nice. So you were in a plastic and hemp.
No,
jacket.
I didn't say I was there, but if I was there, they do a preventative glaucomatous thing where they allow this moisturized vapor to be in the air continuously
Where?
at the place where they make this stuff. Yeah,
You've
they
been
just,
there?
They just have this sort of fog in the room.
Science, y'all.
Yeah, where are you guys at? I thought you guys
Why
were
did
for 420.
you know? What a surprise! We've gone off on some crazy tangent
Oh, speaking of tangents,
again and yet again.
I drew you a stick
Shocking.
figure,
Shocking.
because I know how you like stick figure porn.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm huge in this.
It's true.
Well,
I've
that's
always
how I
said
get
that
off.
about Tom.
Staying with him for a week, you
That's
learn
how I
these
get
things.
off. Like I don't like
You
the
see
3D stuff.
drawings
I
that-
like stick figure porn.
You see the
God.
drawings in the John. But anyway, he wanted a picture of my flying Maltese friend. So I drew him a stick picture. I just forgot to bring it.
Oh, man,
Because
that's
I was getting ready for this morning show. You know what I mean?
What's up, Aaron?
Very good, Michael. You were
Oh, my
preparing.
Hey, Ron.
Aaron.
Here it is.
Hey,
on in.
Ron.
Dude, we just have like people like
Sit
walking
next to
by.
me.
Aaron
Smiling.
McDermott. I got a bone to pick with him since he's here.
He's a circus clown.
We've got
This
beef.
one.
By the way, we're about to do our commercials. Could you guys hang on? And
Yes, let's.
I'm gonna
do it.
notice,
Let's pay
like-
some- let's pay some
I
bills.
want to do some.
you know, by the way, yeah, you can do
Nice,
one.
he
That's
should.
fine.
Always with by. The
You're
way.
here.
Read the first one. Our big. our
Man, they
big
never let
sponsor.
me read
Power in
it.
America.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You do
Did
the
say
first
start
one.
at the top?
Oh no,
No.
SE4.
No. Powering America.
No, do not read SE.
Oh, Powering America. They want to thank our sponsors today. Powering America is Northwest Indiana's source for trusted electrical professionals. Tom here was a nuclear sub-electrician. Not that I'd let him wire my home. So what you have
He's
to
not
do...
one of the trusted electrical professionals
I am
that
not.
Powering Up are
Right.
referring
He's
to.
not
Call
contracted
these guys.
right
If
now.
you're a developer looking for a large-scale electrical contractor, like the people along the corridor, Hammond looks fantastic.
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
I can only tell you that I'm looking right now currently with Phil. Is he here, your other teammate, Phil
He
Taylor?
is not.
No,
or is
that's
John
my brother
Kennedy.
Aaron. I don't know if you met him.
Oh, I know the AA, Ron. He's shown,
Is this
he
on the
sends me...
Sponsors are going great.
No,
He
no.
sends me all kinds of
People.
real
This
estate
is why
stuff.
people love when we do commercials. They're never the
Yes.
same twice.
Powering America's happy right
And I
now.
want to thank you for taking the time to continuously show me stuff that
Yes,
my
absolutely.
partner's passed on for years, and now I can smack him in
Thanks,
the
Tom.
side of the skull.
The mic keeps getting
because
twisted.
it's owned by Purdue now, and I could have had that property, and you sent me stuff over and over.
Hey, are you in the middle of a commercial?
Anyway, I was going to use Powering America to get rid of the guesswork and finding the professional I could trust. Their select network of electrical contractors are committed to employing local electricians that have successfully completed a certified apprenticeship training program. And again, my hats go off to you guys with the new school, the tech school, combined high school, because this is perfect for that, because these kids are looked at as if they have to make a decision in life between college and a tech, and you guys are bringing it back together in a way that these kids will know how to do their own dishes.
No, Aaron, he's just passionate.
At the Civic
okay?
Center, or I'm sorry, at Hammond Tech, at the
ACC.
old Hammond Tech,
The new
ACC,
Hammond
the
High.
Area Career Center.
I have
think
tons
it's a
of
great
kids
thing.
out there.
So I just wanted to
Learn a trade.
tangentialize. I apologize because she's the voice I love to hear.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
You're always welcome. I love that.
And at
This is the longest
8:30 when we
on
got
this
through the
thing.
commercials.
Looks like a
Are we
oak
still
tree.
in Powering America? Or
Oh yeah, we are.
All employees are held to the highest standard of professionalism.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Not only agree with that.
You
I
used them
love
when you
it.
built your office, right,
I
Mike?
absolutely use union electricians continuously.
You guys are real
Alex
good about
Gary
that.
up. Alex
Right.
Alex is boom, 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 boom.
And Alex is usually your construction engineer, right?
Well, he marches through the project every day, and if the door doesn't open for him, he looks at the girl.
You even in your personal life you use union because I know that Alex is doing your home, your new home, right?
Alex is going to be doing all my work for me.
Right.
There you go.
Of course.
He does.
Well, he's a
He
good friend.
brings in
Good
the-
friend of yours.
all
and
these
a
guys
great
are union
contractor.
guys.
Alex Garriup, who is
Yeah,
not
I
a
know.
sponsor to the
Yeah.
show, but
I can
But
tell
just
you,
got a plug.
He will be soon.
Yeah.
Apparently.
if it was up to me finishing my projects, they wouldn't be done. If Alex is on the job,
He'll get 'em done.
He busts
He'll get
into
'em
my
done.
home until the minute they're done.
Yes.
I
right.
can't imagine why it wouldn't be done.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, the
I mean,
commercials
by the
gone on
speed of
30
these
minutes.
commercials.
I forgot for a minute why we were here.
And that's the show, 8:30.
Thank you.
Nice
still
to
doing
have you.
Powering America.
Listen, their knowledge is without compare. Okay, their contractors are all licensed, bonded, and insured, so they don't have to worry about somebody screwing shit up. And too bad for you.
That's all right.
If you would like a little more
It's a podcast.
information about the electrical needs, please Powering America today at certifiedelectrician.com. I want to thank them. It's so mysterious for me, this electricity business. I don't
Makes
even mess
no
with it
damn
in my
sense.
own home. You can't see it. It's not like
Be careful
flowing
of the
water.
wires. Like,
Yeah.
which one's the
I
ground?
can help you with it.
Oh, don't! I know you can.
Yeah.
You were
It's
nuclear.
even worse when you're colorblind.
Oh, my nephew wants to go nuclear. Can you
Nice.
help him too?
Yeah.
He wants to go
I can help
Navy.
him. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
No kidding. David's boy Sammy.
Hey, do
All
the
right.
second one.
Okay,
eh?
it's up
All
to
right,
you
Aaron.
now.
Aaron,
Hey,
you're,
you
you're
sure?
gonna notice. You're gonna notice that there's a latitude that's missing after this commercial is over. We'll talk about
That
that.
too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Nice.
Be your last time on the show for that sponsorship.
Oh, I
doesn't
miss
get
him.
renewed.
I miss him, Doctor.
Happy 420 day, Aaron.
Happy 420 day.
Yeah.
Is it close to your birthday?
A little bit away from it.
Yeah.
His birthday is
Christmas. I'm a
Jesus'
Christmas.
birthday.
He shares
Yeah,
the
Oh, wait,
birthday
I
with
do.
us.
That's
With
right.
the Lord
You
and
cheated.
Savior.
Yeah.
And you're one of the guys who always mentions he gets
Strong
cheated.
resemblance.
Yes.
He
Strong
does not-
resemblance.
he does not
get cheated.
I've never said that. First of all, I do not say I get cheated.
He gets hooked up.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do get hooked up. You
Well,
have. I've seen.
I
it.
wouldn't know any different.
He gets
Right.
a ham
No, it's hard
dinner
to tell
every
any different.
birthday.
Dude,
Yeah.
you had twins. You know what kind of?
Yeah,
Here we are.
exactly.
Pow! What that takes?
We got to have you on every week.
Yeah.
For right, just so we
it
can
feels-
sit back and
I like it. I like it.
appreciate being
Right.
wanted somewhere.
yes.
We want to.
I'm going to go through this commercial.
Yeah,
Thank
please,
you.
would
We're gonna get- This one's Tortillas Nuevo Leon is
people
the gold
listening now.
standard of Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. I just had these tortillas last night. Actually, My
Thank you for
favorite.
supporting our
Tortillas.
By
sponsors.
far and away my favorite. The Martinez model for success has always been responsive customer service, great tasting products with an authentic Mexican taste and high quality standards. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Look at you.
Aaron's a
Good
good
work,
cook
Aaron.
too, so
Yeah.
he
A
knows
Little
his
bit of
tortillas.
history.
He knows his
their
Little bit of
tortillas.
history.
They are the best.
factory is the old Imperial wall coverings factory. Used to be Patience of Mine
Oh,
when
yeah?
they sold wall coverings.
And he's-
Next to screw conveyor.
It was like right there on as the bike path hits it. It was
Yeah.
like right there.
Oh, you're
Who you-
talking? No, you're talking in
The Hammond one or
Yeah, the Hammond
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
next
right.
to screw
Yeah, it
conveyor.
was
Yeah.
all the
Right.
Imperial coverings.
Right.
That was
Yes.
it. They made beautiful wallpaper.
Yep.
The damask stuff. That
Tortillas
you haven't
Nuevo
taken down.
Leon. It was a good story for us. They, I mean, this is the old days in East Chicago. They were trying to expand their factory in East Chicago. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this, but I'm going
can
to
tell
because
it.
it's a good story.
Yeah, they're great
And
stories.
at the time, I'm not going to mention names. At the time, there was people from the city administration that were sort of shaking them down, like, "Hey,
Long time ago.
long time ago." I'm not
Way-
going to specify
Way
when.
before the current administration.
Okay. So anyway, they were getting shaken down. It was before the current administration, for the record. I agree
All
with
of them were
Kevin.
dead.
I just laugh
We
a little
don't
bit.
want to. We don't want to piss
When
off
he
anybody.
he
there
wanted to
now.
point that out, but that's
Yeah.
fine. So anyway, it was before this current administration. This is back in the day, okay? And they were getting shaken down for like permits and like, if you want to expect this, we expect this. And then they were like, screw this place. And they bought a building in Hammond and put their factory in the city of Hammond. And we're so happy to have them, by the way. And-
They keep the place clean. The new
Oh,
bike
no.
path
That place is gorgeous.
It's an unbelievable
Yes.
process.
Probably
And
smells
you
good
can
up
see
there.
when you
too,
go,
right?
it does. And when you go in their building, it is, first off, it's totally automated. And there's tons of people. It's totally safe. It's like comfortable temperature-wise. Smells like tortilla, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, the place
great
is,
story.
we ride past it on the
Getting
path.
hungry.
Yes, we do. It's right down the new
I am
bike.
too.
Every time. There's never garbage in that lot.
Grisolia's Concrete was voted #1 in the Times Best of the Region 2020 and specializes in all your concrete projects. Grisolia's has been using the original cement finish in California style since 1972 and also offers stamped and colored concrete. For more information on our project, quote, call Grisolia's at 219-659-4127.
They did
Michael,
mine.
you're a big
Ask
they
for
did yours
Bernie.
too.
Ask for Bern, will
You have
ya?
a lot of cool concrete
Bernie's
at
the
your
best.
place.
Yeah, I do, and I'm
He's
going to have
gonna be
more.
doing my fence
Alex,
soon.
of course, did my concrete, and Alex is finished.
Well, he's not a
Such
sponsor.
professional.
Bernie
But
is.
I know the Bern, and I certainly have had the Bern work at family members'
You
properties.
should see a
and
doctor
Bern
about
is-
that.
Bern did
Dr.
mine,
Yeah, thank
too.
you. I'm hydrating myself, and
We're all
using,
talking over the top of each
I'm-
other.
yeah.
I'd like to remind everybody,
suppositories.
one person at a time. So, Aaron,
Oh, so what I'm looking at? What is this I'm looking at here exactly?
we're going to talk about that next. I was giving you a
After
little
our-
I just want you to know that it makes it difficult for a medical practitioner like myself to compete with states that are completely green next to us.
right, Aaron. You were going
what
to
do I
talk
tell
about Bernie doing.
Oh, yeah. Bernie did my stamped concrete pad. Awesome work.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Bernie's a nice kid.
Unreal.
Hard
He did,
work.
Yeah.
didn't he do
It's
your
like
your
Michael,
oven in the backyard?
No, he did the concrete countertops and then the stamping all around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Byway
Awesome
Brewery.
work.
Byway Brewery is a family. By the way, we went to Byway the other day.
Saturday, great. That party room in the back is so good. Aaron,
Yeah.
you were there.
Yeah.
The party
Such a-
room in the
such a
back.
great room.
And the food was really good.
You
Phenomenal.
guys were talking about the tilapia or something like that.
No,
No,
we
no,
went.
no.
They put out like they catered it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Walleye.
It was a-
walleye. Forgive
the
me,
walleye.
The walleye,
Yeah.
which is a lazy catch, actually. It just sort of rolls
Well,
over.
If you catch walleye, you're a lazy fisherman.
Yeah.
I did. You don't
How
get them
easy
on
catch it,
purpose.
it's
It's
still
like I was
good.
going for little things, and these things came up, and it said, "Whoa,
Walleye.
yeah, walleye."
Byway Brewery is a
perch.
family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outside patio, perfect for enjoying its finely crafted ales, lagers, and chef-driven food. Brewery equipment on our production side offers a unique backdrop for your private event, like a bridal and baby showers, reunions, and corporate events. We did a birthday party there. It is a very cool place.
A lot of fun.
Conveniently located just off of 8094 and Kennedy Avenue. On the south exit, come by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers and unbeatable menu. We had, I think you can comfortably put 60 or 70 people in their back room if you're having a birthday party or a corporate get-together, and they make the food and they
have a
your
private
own
bar.
private bar back there. Highly
Corporate
recommend
get-together.
And it's all glass. You don't feel like you're
Yeah.
enclosed or
Right.
away from what's going on out
Right.
in the regular
Say you're having a
dining
birthday
area.
party somewhere. You could walk there from the bike paths that you guys have created.
Also true.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I take them right there. We cross by it every time. We cross over Kennedy. But anywhere in the city of Hammond, you can get on your bike and make it to the Byway Brewery.
It's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
it's a
Easily,
good place.
safely, and
Yeah.
with bridges that cross the major traffic.
Yep.
Missed your bike.
All
got
right,
two more.
ready? Two more, and we're going to actually talk about 420 Day. Here we go.
Really
Tri
extend the
Electronics
show by a half hour.
wants to be your complete communications provider. Tri Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years and can provide your business end-to-end communication solutions. For more information, call Tri Electronics today at 800-722-6793 and tell them that LOCPOD sent you for all your communication needs. Tri Electronics.
They have that peaked building for it's is
Yeah.
it still them. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
They got rid of that one.
Yeah, but that
Was that
forever
their building?
Was, yeah,
That was part of their-
Tri-Electronics,
Was it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a teepee.
I knew it. I
looking-
thought it was
yeah.
like they were broadcasting.
Actually,
out of it.
they politely demolished it for
Yeah.
on
They're
self-demoed it right when
Yeah.
you were
It
building
looked like
the,
something you'd see in like a ski town.
right, like a chalet.
Right, like a
was
chalet.
very
There's
cool.
a
I knew it was
apartment
Tri
up there actually
Chalet.
too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about
Chalet.
I don't know anything about any apartments up there.
Celebrate Earth.
Obviously, you must not.
Celebrate Earth Day 2021 by visiting the Challenger Learning Center of Northwest Indiana on Thursday, April 22nd. Families will explore nature and dig into science with hands-on activities that honor our home planet. For ticket and event information, visit clcnwi.com. By the way, Aaron, I noticed that
We made it through it in only 20 minutes.
I noticed that
no.
Latitude Commercial is not
nice
a
to
sponsor anymore. What
You
the hell's
did.
going on?
I had a little gripe about this. I'm just is this season 8 now?
He's
You
in
guys, you
negotiations
guys
with our
change your
business
seasons
manager.
by
Really?
week. Is that how this works?
We're at season 3,
Excuse
thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
AA
I don't
Ron,
remember the
You
con-
paid through April 1st only.
Is that what I don't remember the
April
exact
Fool's.
date. Where's my?
You said 6
April
months,
1st,
and you went for 6
ironically.
months.
Oh.
Yeah, you're out.
You doing the Leons?
Pay up,
Doing the
bro.
Leons?
Let's go.
Yeah. I gotta sign up still.
Prices
Yeah.
have skyrocketed.
All right.
so
Yeah,
I'll be back in.
do it. I'll be part
send
of
an
your team.
email to Steve
You
at
should- you should-
lockpod.com.
I really never intended to hurt your feelings.
I've forgiven you.
I truly
You're-
appreciate
you're my
it. You're
doctor.
one of the
I've forgiven you.
sweetest guys I've known since the day we had a chance.
All right, let's talk about weed, for God's sakes. It's 420.
Okay,
like,
I
we
was
talked
looking
about
at this
everything
map.
but weed,
Lot
which
of
shows you,
tangents.
like...
How
we got-
confusing things can be for Dr.
When
Michael.
you're on
Yeah.
weed.
When you're on weed.
Yes.
So we got this map here.
So John's going to throw.
He's not
John
on weed.
helps
He's going
me.
to work right now, for the
John
record.
helps
so.
me.
John's going to throw
John
up a
was the
couple
only
things.
one who was kind to me and didn't take advantage of me on the trip with you. Pushed the seat forward and
So Kevin, you put a couple charts out there. You want to talk about them real quick?
Yeah, sure. I want to at least talk about these things that John's going to put up. I don't know if they're up or not, John.
They're
They
up
are.
now.
They
We
are.
got
The
two- I got
monitor's not
two-
working, just FYI. But
Kevin, that's a browser-based monitor.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So there's two maps on the screen.
Thank you.
One says state with legalized marijuana in 2018, and I believe one is current, right? Don't they
Yeah,
have it here?
so you could probably tell which one's current and which one's not.
You could tell, like, yeah. Here, I'll.
As-
one of those darkest ones.
So
here,
as
I'll
of
show you, Mike.
as of
This is what it used to look like.
2021,
oh, look at that.
the medical use of cannabis is legal with a doctor's recommendation in 36 states, and not including D.C. So 36 plus D.C. And the recreational use of marijuana is legalized in 17 states now. The District of Columbia, the Northern Mariana Islands, and Guam, and another 13 states, and the U.S. Virgin Islands have decriminalized its use. So that's where we are currently. And look at the difference between 2018 and 2021.
It's incredible.
It is incredible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You know,
that is crazy.
despite Karen Tallion's efforts, what would it take for all of us to reach out to somebody and say, "Hey, listen, I can go 12
talking
minutes
in Indiana.
In Indiana, I can
Right.
go 12 minutes one way or 26 minutes the other, and I'm not a criminal. And here I'm a criminal.
You
You're a
would
doctor.
think that
Not me
that
personally, but just any human
Right.
being.
No, it's true.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it would take me, I don't know, 10 minutes to drive to a weed shop in Indiana, and technically I
In
could buy it
Illinois.
in Illinois. I could buy it legally there, but technically you can't drive back to Indiana without breaking the law.
not
That's-
even technically.
yeah.
I mean,
It is against the law.
You'd have to
So
literally-
anything you buy in Illinois must be consumed on site.
that's
so-
correct. In
Or on the-
Illinois.
And then
Yeah.
get in
Before you
your
cross the
car
line.
and drive home.
Right, which is illegal also, right?
That's right.
Which is driving under the influence.
So
yes.
basically, any Hoosier that buys weed in Illinois,
better plan on sleeping over in
you're just,
Illinois.
unless you're going to smoke it in the parking lot, sleep it off, wake up when you're sober, and drive home. Unless you do that, you're
happen. Or
Well,
take an
if-
Uber.
if
and
you're
if you get
talking
drug
about-
tested here and you work in Indiana, you can get in trouble or fired because you have THC in your system, correct?
Well, that I mean, for a private employer, they can do whatever they want.
depends
Employers
on the
are
business.
changing. Employers are certainly softening.
Well, Mike,
on
you
that.
you see a lot. I know that comprehensive care, which is where you're a
Yes.
doctor, does a lot of drug screens, right?
Yeah. I'll give you some money.
DOT drug
Yeah,
screens.
DOT. I'll give you some dollars for that.
But like, no. I mean,
But
let me
it's-
ask you a
it's a
question.
challenge
First off, how
because-
does that work? Because let's say, for instance, Lindsay, who's an angel and never does anything wrong, right?
Never in my life.
So Lindsay goes off to a concert and she is like loving the concert, and people are smoking weed, and Lindsay takes a couple hits.
Well,
I would never have
hold on. Let
asthma.
me set.
I'm a nurse.
Would you just play along with me here? So Lindsay has a few hits. She
We
gets
try to
high
do
at the
every
show,
episode.
and then she gets back to work because she's a medical professional by then. And the her hospital says, "Young lady, I'd like to have you get drug tested. I heard you were at a concert this weekend." Lindsay goes in, takes a urinalysis at Comp Care. Does she? Because I've been told that the only way to be positive on a drug screen is if you're a regular user, like one time hit.
Well, I
wouldn't
would
get you.
I would tell you that the thresholds are set so that somebody really can't claim secondhand smoke got them.
But like, what if it was firsthand? What if
Got
she
'em.
actually smoked?
It would have to be tested within 24 to 36 to find something
Because
like
it's
that.
still level.
It's the level, and
It's like a
unfortunately
threshold
it's
you have to break
retained in
through,
the
right?
it's retained in our fat cells, so it's not like a stimulant product like a Coke or an amphetamine or things like that, or methamphetamine, where it's in and out of your system unless detectably. at the levels that they test, it's out.
So you're saying
with a
go
matter of
work out
days.
right afterwards.
I'd say it's the levels would
lot of
indicate
water.
the levels would indicate that you're not a chronic. You're not Snoop Dogg. Okay, you're not doing that kind of thing. You ain't
So
doing
if you're a chronic like Snoop Dogg,
you would have
Well,
thousands.
plug-
But
thousands
it's
of-
kind of like an alcoholic, right? An alcoholic who is drinking all the time. They always have this like baseline level. Oh, you're always going to be a 0.23 or something like that because you're an alcoholic.
right.
Similar,
So
right?
You can find them almost forever like that until the color changes and their eyes go yellow and
and their
you
skin
say
goes
goodnight.
yellow.
You
and
say goodnight.
That's it.
And
Good
that's
question in chat. Can you
Yes.
test positive for CBD oil?
As a matter of fact, the higher milligram dosing, full spectrum ones still give off a potential. But as a medical review officer, which is a cat who's supposed to be able to interpret the results of drug screens, I would look at the number and say either this guy's using CBD or he smoked 6 months ago. It's not going to be level's not going to be super high.
Foreit, have you ever seen anybody overdose from marijuana?
Never in my life.
I mean, never once.
I've seen people paranoid where they take themselves to I've heard of paranoia
Where they take like
people
an
Well,
edible
what's
or
the
something.
definition? What's the definition of overdose?
Well, I guess for somebody who loses control of their faculties and they get very worried about their situation and they take themselves to an ER. There was an evening I remember an employee and his father looked at him as he was getting hydrated only at the cost of $7,000 in the ER. As he was getting hydrated, he told his father what he had done and he had ate instead of a portion of the candy bar, he ate the whole candy bar. And the father looked at him and said, "You blanking idiot, you're just stoned." And this is like 7 G's worth. Turn that bottle over. It's like 7 G's for that water bottle and just put it into you,
So,
But they just hydrate them until they get up and walk away.
I had a buddy in the Navy. So when I was in the Navy, we got tested
Right.
monthly, every 3 weeks, like regularly, right? And one of my buddies went to a Pink Floyd show, and I went to the same show. He smoked weed. I did not because I'm an angel, okay? Which is
God
crazy. I
bless
think
him.
I was the only person in the whole show not smoking weed, by the way, but I didn't because I was in the Navy. And so anyway, my buddy, we get back, and they freaking piss test us as soon as we get back. And I'm like, like no problem, right?
Yeah.
And my buddy was like stressed. Like it's a one-time,
You're
one time
out.
and you're out.
Wow.
For sure. Like it wasn't even a question. This is back in the 80s,
Yeah,
dude, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So like
Zero
this
tolerance.
dude is like
Zero.
crapping himself. So he played like I Can't Pee. That's a good one for a while, right?
Right.
And in the meantime, he's guzzling like 2-liter bottles of water. Guzzling. He peed like 4 times before he went in and did the test.
Yeah.
And
He peed like 4 times, kept drinking this water. And he goes, dude, I went in there and I pissed like pure water into it. It was like, you could see right through it. It was like he pissed pure water, never got caught. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
If it's
that
too
possible,
dilute,
Michael?
If it's too dilute, they'll
That's gotta
call
be a
you
red
on it,
flag,
too. That's
right?
red flag.
Yeah.
Really?
It's too. It's
Well,
like,
he
yeah.
played stage fright. He was like, stage
That's
fright,
all
I
right.
can't go, which happens,
Yeah.
by the way.
There are
You'd get-
parameters at which the amount of water you can drink in a certain period of time prior to your testing.
Do-
So they
you've
don't
seen
allow
That's got to
stage
be a
fright,
red
right?
flag, though, too.
You're like, hey,
I
man.
can't pee.
But by the way, like it's nice. I've done piss tests at Dr. Mike's office before. They let you go into like the bathroom by yourself and
Yeah.
pee. It's nice, right? In the
what it's
Navy,
supposed to be.
we have a guy called the Dick Watcher.
Oh, God.
That was his official
Maybe
name.
there's a little...
By the way, we
stage
had the
fright
same
then.
guy always offer to be the Dick Watcher, which is a little weird. That's a whole separate story.
Yeah.
So like the Dick Watcher, while you're peeing, watches.
Is this an official position on the
head in the bottle.
Do you have to take extra classing for that?
No, it's pretty obvious what you do. Like the Dick Watcher watches
They're
the
all
dick, go
known as all
inside,
submariners.
and then you pee.
Yeah.
Like that was his job. He's like, I'll be the Dick Watcher. It's like, yeah.
Tom's like, I did it out of the goodness of my heart,
And
guys.
his name
I
was Tom
volunteered.
McDermott.
Tom McDermott was never. I was
He got
never the
his
Dick
hand up
Watcher.
before Tom.
I was never the Dick Watcher for the record. So
Yes, no, that's no good.
You know, I want to talk a little bit about marijuana revenue because that's one thing people are saying. What's going to do it in Indiana? And you would think these Republicans that are so vehemently against legalizing marijuana in Indiana would at least look at the numbers
using it.
because they're so happy to always say they have $2 billion in the bank. You know, they've
Right.
saved up all
Well,
this
it's
money.
got this big
They-
pile.
even though we haven't given
Brag about
teachers
it, yeah.
raises,
Yeah.
but we've got a couple billion in the bank. So I just looked up some stuff, and it's crazy the amount of revenue that is raised in America now on weed.
Yeah.
And I saw something in the paper last week that said it was the first time Illinois had monthly made more tax revenue from weed than they had from alcohol.
Oh, thank God. Alcohol
Right?
sucks.
And just an idea, in Washington State, which is the highest taxed entity for state for marijuana. In 2019 they did $222 million in alcohol, taxes, $395 million in marijuana taxes, and only $600,000 in cigarette taxes.
Wow.
Alcohol will kill you.
Alcohol
So will cigarettes.
is the only
Do those
drug.
numbers go down? I wonder for cigarettes.
Alcohol's the only
Honestly,
drug
they
known
must
to
be.
mankind that
No,
can
it's
kill
the
during
same.
withdrawal.
But it's never been 300 million,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's free money.
So, Kev, how does that relate to outcomes for human beings in terms of domestic violence?
Well, I
in
think it
terms of-
depends what you put it for, right? I think
I mean, no. Just the fact that the numbers are now skewed towards marijuana versus alcohol. Okay?
Well, it could be because they're being taxed
addiction
more.
to opiates.
How many
and
officers of the
painkillers
law that you have on force would rather see somebody stoned than lit up with booze?
Most of them.
Yeah.
I would think most.
Well,
Yeah.
most. And so what does that do for the common person that they have the availability to go to something like that? And no, I have to,
Right.
I better get myself
Instead
a
of
case
like Aaron
tonight.
said, instead of like opiates,
Right.
instead of
How
Or
about
go and
the
get a
opiates?
case of beer.
Jesus, don't even start with me.
instead of taking
Yes.
OxyContin, you
Right.
just get high instead,
And
right?
Oxy and a couple cold ones, or Vicodin, so it used to be Vikes.
Dude, that'll.
I thank God for the way that they changed the law. Now we have this national database.
Yeah.
People don't bother you for where's my Vikes, where's
Right.
my Vikes.
Right.
Now it's where's the Viagra, and
Really?
which is the most important drug known to mankind.
Really?
Wow.
At your
One
age.
of them.
At your age, Michael.
And it only
Yeah.
benefits men. Incredible.
What's going on with
That's
this,
I
by the
guess
way?
that's a young view.
Aaron,
Yeah, it's a young view.
I think it benefits women too.
Kevin wanted to talk about a couple of the events on 420 Day. Why don't you go ahead and
Oh.
cover a couple of them, Kevin?
Oh,
And then,
these were great.
By the way, we all took
John helped me with these.
Everybody in the studio took a political affiliation test. I want to
Not a big fan.
I want to
Just
finish
throw
up
it
the
out
show with that. It's interesting to watch
I had to
where we all
read.
fell.
That's why I wasn't. My reading was done for the day, and yeah.
I gotta
All right.
say, it's first real
Go
quick.
ahead.
It's kind of
Aaron?
ironic that he looks like Walter right now, doesn't
What are
he?
you
He's
talking
got the
about?
glasses.
He does look like Walter.
From the Big Lebowski.
From the
Yeah,
Big
from the
Lebowski.
Big
The
Lebowski.
dude.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Thanks. I like that.
So
Yeah.
at
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Wow.
It's
Donnie,
just-
you're out of your element.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the glasses.
They're nice, yeah.
a
Yeah.
couple
I
of
like
great
them.
420
I like them.
events at Washington. So
Thank
this
you.
is a great. You could do this today if you want to fly to LA. Listen to this event today that's going to occur at 4:20
This is a
LA
good one.
time. It says, roll your blunts ahead of time for this blended virtual and in-person concert event with some of the best to ever do it. Cypress Hill presents a set of their biggest hits at the Roxy Theater. VIPs will be able to join the pre-show smoke session.
Wow.
4:20 p.m. today at the Roxy in LA.
I bet the non-VIP.
You might go to that.
I would be non-VIP. It's probably going to be a bigger smoke
He
session.
doesn't have to fly out there. It's virtual.
Yes, I don't. Thank you.
I went
be
to-
there
On a
later.
computer.
There you go.
I went to Cypress Hill at Lollapalooza.
They would be
Nice.
good to have at
Cypress
the
was
fest.
Cypress
They would be
Hill
awesome.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cypress
Love
Hill.
Cypress Hill.
It was definitely a smoking audience. No
Sure.
doubt.
All of Lollapalooza.
Well, first off,
is-
sure.
no, they were on stage.
Outside?
Cypress Hill was
Yeah.
on stage smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like when I say like ridiculously
I'm
smoking.
sure they were tossing it into the crowd.
Well, I was like, at the time this is like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. And I was thinking about getting them to the fest. And then when I saw how much weed was getting smoked on stage, I was like, there's a couple acts that eliminated themselves in my mind. Another one was Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Like I saw the Ice Cube.
Oh, he
Litzy?
would be
No, you
so
weren't with us.
Oh.
We saw Ice
Yeah,
Cube.
I saw
Aaron
that.
was
Wow,
there.
I mean,
you were there.
Love
there's some
him.
You weren't
lyrics.
at that? We in Lake Tahoe, we did a family trip to an Ice Cube concert.
Really?
Yeah, 2
Oh,
years
man,
ago.
it must
You
have
missed
been
Aaron.
Oh, that was the year we had the twins.
Yeah,
So,
that was the year you had a twin.
You were out after that.
By the way, though, it was a great show. I loved
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But there's no way I'd ever bring him to the fest because it was so gangster. It was so like they
Really?
did a lot of NWA. They did a lot of like
I love
anti-cop stuff.
NWA.
It was great, but like it was really anti-cop. And
Yeah.
There's no way I would ever do
I didn't
that.
even know he was still touring.
Hammond's
It's
best
great.
are
It's a
at
great
Hotfest.
show. He starts off for like a half hour with NWA,
Oh, nice.
and it's all like it's awesome.
Yeah.
But
Old stuff.
it's
Yeah.
like no
Yeah.
way in hell. I have
Yeah.
cops, like 100 police officers working at Fest, and then like his whole show is anti-cop.
Mm.
So there was no way. In fact, he came up on our radar this year.
Yeah, he
I-
did.
I nixed it as soon as I
Yep.
saw it. Like
Yep.
we can't do this.
The other really cool thing before we get into what you were talking about, Tom, was Washington, D.C. has this really cool National Cannabis Festival, which pivots to a drive-in double feature, and you can watch How High and The Big Lebowski
I've never seen
Oh,
How
that's
High.
what- I have.
all at the same
Is it
time.
good?
My favorite thing on that
Yeah, it's
poster,
good.
John,
Sorry.
is the
Yeah.
VIP hot box, which is available.
Nice hot box. That's how they made this. Was a big hot box.
Is that where they
Really?
fart?
Clothing,
Yes,
Hot
I think
boxing?
that's
Yeah.
what happens.
yeah.
So anyway, happy 420.
They all go into a
Yeah.
room and fart together?
I'm certain
Yeah.
there's going to be local celebrations here. Whether what you
Probably
guys
not
think.
in Indiana, but
I
Oh,
remember
definitely not
Quietly.
in Indiana, I'm sure.
Quietly.
Not legally.
Yeah.
but-
I'm going to
yeah.
Cal City.
Not legally.
I'm
Right.
going to Cal City today.
at IU Bloomington every 420. If you walk around the Arboretum, it would smell
Really?
And
Yeah.
Ann Arbor's been for how many decades?
God bless them.
But
God
it's
bless
legal there now.
Yeah,
Yes.
but before it was legal, they had Smokeout Day or whatever it was
I
called.
bet Berkeley is good. Or
Yeah, but
So
that was in Ann
basically,
Arbor.
Indiana is never going to legalize it. It'll be legalized nationally.
You
It'll
have
be
to be governor.
legalized
is that the
nationally.
bet? It'll go federal
Yes.
before Indiana does.
I'm convinced.
Wow.
How
Not
much-
even medically.
Our super
How much
majority
does
is
Eli
so
Lilly
uptight.
Why
have
they so-
Good
influence,
question. Good
right?
question. Good
Pegging.
question.
They ain't
You
pegging.
know,
They like it when you take pills
They like
instead
it.
of smoking
Yeah.
weed.
Good point.
Why would
Well,
you?
who owns Indy?
Eli Lilly.
Eli Lilly.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right. Do you guys mind if I shift gears here a little bit and talk? We took a really interesting political affiliation quiz. It was, what was it?
This is fun to take. Everybody should take this online.
What was it
actually.
again?
Yeah, let's
Eight.
put the
It's called
URL in the chat.
8values.github.io. But if you
Yeah.
just search 8 values quiz, it'll come up on Google.
8 values. It's really good. Actually, my son
Pull yours
Patrick.
up, babe.
Yeah.
My son
Yeah.
Patrick gave it to me, and basically what it does is it asks us 70 questions, and then it ranks you economically. Where do you fall? Are you like market driven? Are you equality driven? Diplomatic? Are you national or are you international? Civilly? Are you civil liberty? Do you like civil liberties or do you believe in authority? And societal? Are you a traditionalist, like church going type, or are you a progressive? And it ranks you based on 70 questions. So it's not
and I
totally.
think, and I think the important thing is like the questions. You get 5 choices: strongly agree,
Right.
neutral,
Right.
disagree, strongly disagree.
And I found myself, Kevin and I were talking about this last night, and I want to ask you guys. I found myself mostly just instead of strongly agree with the question, I'd be like agree or disagree. I would never really found myself
was the
like,
same.
I strongly agree or I strongly
I was like,
disagree.
I agree a little bit.
Whatever. Sometimes I
disagree
was
a
like
little bit.
neutral, like I don't really care about
Whereas
that.
I just felt like Lindsay and John were like strongly agree, strongly
I was.
disagree.
That's not true.
See,
yeah.
I was saying agree and disagree. There were only a handful of them that I strongly agreed or disagreed
I would
to,
agree
which
with
was
that.
like
I strongly agree with that.
everyone should marry who they want to marry. Strongly agree.
Sure,
Right.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are
you
the kinds of
strongly-
things that I would
I had
say.
probably 5 or
Same-sex
6 that
marriage.
were
I think I strongly agreed on
I
that
think
one
I
too.
was mostly neutral for a lot
Really?
of them.
Really?
interesting.
Interesting.
I only had one.
How about
neutral.
you, John?
I was strongly agree or strongly disagree on a lot.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that.
So
Bipolars like that.
I'm just going to ask you guys questions in here, okay? And then, because I know the results, only I know the results. So I'm going to ask in here, who, out of everybody in the studio, I have all of your results here, who, and when it comes to economics, who is,
Read the description of it that they give you.
okay, well, there's,
Economics.
you're going to either, like,
But there's
economics,
some kind-
you're,
they had a little.
you're either going to be like a socialist, or you're like I'm for equality for all economically. There should be like a standard. What do they call it?
Capitalist versus
Universal basic
socialist.
income, like right? Or are you like market driven? If you're a person
tax
of
breaks
means,
for the super rich.
right? So like you're either on one side like totally market driven, like every
Super
person's on their own,
capitalist.
or on the other side you're like it should be like more socialist. Everybody should have guaranteed income, right?
Super capitalist who gives away everything.
Okay, so in here,
That's
Deregulation. I don't want the government in my business. Stuff like that.
so who in this studio is the most most towards I just lost my train of thought.
Sharing everything.
Social, or who is the most market driven?
I'm gonna
No,
go-
you're market driven.
Well, Lindsay's got to be the most.
Guess what?
Yeah. Lindsay and John.
John is the most market.
I think that's probably a safe bet is that John and I are the extremes of both sides of the spectrum.
Okay, so Lindsay was 76%,
Good
which
for
is
you, Liz.
really far over socialist, right? Whereas John,
equality.
who was
she mean.
described as a right-wing populist, was 61% on the other side. And we put these two right next to each other, which is
Yeah.
pretty funny,
Which is
I am
good.
capable
That's
of
good.
sitting next to a
Of
Republican.
course you can.
Obviously.
I want that on my gravestone. Right-wing populist.
John.
Not soon, though.
Before or after it gets defaced by some
So anyway,
socialist, John.
Some
let's go through real
Communist.
quick. I think
Communist.
you're diplomatic. So are you more national or are you more international? That's the
Kinda like,
question.
Yeah, global versus national.
National.
Right.
Are you more focused on local issues or like the world as a collective unit?
Or you're like, we're going to be insular and
Great
only deal with
explanation.
America
Or
and
I'm
not
just
do you
think
thinking
think
about the world
borders
at
are
large.
legit or
My
made
answer is
up?
always going to be them too
Right,
until
right,
I
I
say
agree.
otherwise.
Right. By
Mine too.
default.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
my default is that.
To which one, though? Because they're opposite
Yeah.
polar.
Well, so
Yeah.
John, 73% national.
Yeah, national.
Lindsay, 73%
There you go.
worldview.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
They're exactly
This is where I'm
opposite.
going to go every,
I was more
every
world too,
answer.
Liz.
Okay.
Borders are dumb.
Civil liberties
Yes.
versus authority.
Are they though?
Civil liberties
We're
versus
about to
authority.
box.
Lindsay, 77% civil liberty. John, I mean, we're just like reading through these guys.
Authority.
60% authority. And then
Boom. We're coming in your
traditional.
door.
Who's traditional? I think of traditional like I'm a church going. I'm like, right?
That wasn't
Lindsay,
me.
15% traditional.
Whoa.
Wow.
85% progressive. John, 70% traditional.
I'll
30.
fly
These two are
away.
exact
Right.
opposites of each other.
I'm
yeah.
here for the girls, gays, and theys.
I think the rest
Listen,
of us
I
are pretty
was on
much
the
down the
progressive
middle,
side
right?
too, girl.
Right.
I was right along
Everybody
with you.
else, like Kevin and I were like
You guys
very.
are so in the middle.
I am honestly,
I was,
and I
left,
took
I was
this.
left of center.
I was 60%
You are
on
left
that
of
one.
center. Kevin's left of center. I am the center. I'm like Joe Donnelly. I'm a
What was
centrist.
Patrick's results?
I didn't get Patrick's results.
I'm gonna
Unfortunately.
harass him for his.
Let's see.
Do it.
Vesmar, right wing populist.
I thought Aaron was a little more liberal than I.
Thank
than
you.
I thought. No, I
That's
thought
a
his
compliment.
results were more liberal than
Steve
I thought.
Kellogg.
I'd come out.
Yeah, I didn't,
Steve
I
Kellogg
wasn't
and
a big
Aaron
fan.
were very similar. Social liberals described. Michael Foreit, centrist, just like his buddy Tom.
Yeah, but 66% equality on me. And I was
I feel
also
like this
for
is-
progressives. I was almost 60%. She was 73%. Or 70%.
Lindsay was.
Yeah,
she's very
78%.
extreme.
Yeah, but I was
Like-
close to you.
I
Guess
feel like
what?
this poll, by the
I'm
way-
not even the most radical that I know.
Please.
Well,
I know
on
some
here,
crazy
talk to my
people.
daughter.
in this studio, you're like, yeah, I bet Lindsay and I always
Logan.
said this.
They're
I'm the
very
lone
similar.
beacon of estrogen
Lindsay,
in this
Mike
room
Foreit,
right now.
Mike Foreit's daughter Logan and you have so much in common. It's crazy, and you guys don't even
And
hardly
I've
know each
never
other.
met. I think I met her once. and that
I'll
was
show
it.
you the
I'm telling
bruises
you.
I have.
That's you, eh?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
guys
which
have a
she
lot.
corrects.
in
I mean,
common.
if she was raised by Dr. Mike, I mean, what do you expect? You think
Bless your
Dr.
heart.
Mike's gonna like raise an incel or?
Right.
Well,
No,
I thought
my
like-
dad was an
look,
orphan, man.
Think about this. Aaron's social,
Thank you, ladies.
Aaron's societal axis was almost to Lindsay's. Like he was 74% progressive,
Really?
and Lindsay was 75%.
Awesome.
That's how close it was.
He wants his kids to be raised in fair and equal. You know why?
Wow, look at
Yeah.
that.
He recognizes that they're all different.
But like, think about it. Like Kevin and I are in this room. John, you go to church still?
Yes.
Okay, so Kevin, me, and John are the church going still in this room. Kevin more so
I
than me.
preloaded early in life with
the societal
Altar
tradition.
Boy.
I'm at
Yeah.
40%. Kevin's at 41%. Where's Vesmar? 70%.
Yeah.
On societal tradition.
You're 70%.
Well, I'm still progressive in some things that just I think social issues. And
These
stuff.
are the words that describe Vesmar in his: market-driven, patriotic, statist. What is the statist?
I'm good with how it is. I'm
Yeah,
good with
yeah.
that.
Hierarchical.
I don't
And
need
then-
anything changed.
Hierarchical
And
status,
traditional.
correct.
So market-driven, patriotic, statist, and traditional.
He's
That's
living
it.
in the 40s.
He's
still.
also 85 years old.
He
Okay.
also thinks
The
women should
great
stay in the
generation.
kitchen where they belong.
Hey, listen, I'd stay in the right
true.
kitchen. I'll tell you that. I'd have no trouble.
My descriptions: centrist, balanced, moderate, and neutral. Kevin, centrist, balanced, moderate, and neutral.
Oh, the same.
Lindsay's socialist, internationalist, libertarian, very progressive.
Girls, gays, and
Kellogg.
That's why
gays.
you're unique.
Kellogg, socialist, peaceful, moderate,
Oh,
very,
you are peaceful.
very progressive.
Yes.
Well,
No, that's
I knew
Kellogg.
He's
That's
a wizard,
Kellogg.
man. You got to expect that from a
Aaron,
wizard.
socialist, balanced, moderate,
peaceful.
progressive. Foreit, socialist, balanced, moderate, neutral.
Oh,
Neutral.
Neutral.
Foreit and I had similar results. Kevin and I had similar results. Marissa and I, identical.
Really?
Almost. It's
And you're,
crazy.
and you're,
70%.
and you're a good match.
Identical.
sense.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's why
geez,
you've been
Pete.
married for so long.
I know.
Work
Isn't that
but
crazy?
opposites
Like,
attract.
like
Gang.
almost to the exact percentage. Marissa and I
Brian
are
and
identical.
Brian and I had the same results too.
Really?
Yay.
That's great.
Whoa, that is one progressive
Mr.
household.
Porosco.
Oh yeah, our
Yeah.
kids are going to be
Porosco's.
weird.
Yeah, but strong.
I can't wait.
They'll be pillars.
Like
They're
what?
going to be
strength.
cool as
Yeah.
hell.
Is that a hint?
Yeah.
Is something going on?
No.
Are you
All right.
pregnant?
just
I am
making
in
sure.
school.
Are you pregnant?
No.
It's the hot year.
Leave
man.
me
We don't even
alone.
get
Yeah.
into it,
You
baby.
could get pregnant in school. Marissa did.
I need to use
Which
that
school was
Spanish.
Yeah,
that?
if she gave birth during her finals week. I got 2
I know,
years left.
yeah,
I'm not going
I
to be
know.
pregnant for 2 years.
That would be
I got
odd.
time.
I forget my Spanish word for pregnant.
I forget a lot of
Embarazada or
things,
something.
but then again, it is 420.
That's nice, right? I
It's
was
early on
What
420.
were we talking
Very
about?
early.
Hey, speaking
Yeah.
of, by the way, Aaron, like, don't you love going to Bob's Shrimp, like, for a good
Yeah,
munchie
yeah.
food?
We were just talking. It's one of the best restaurants. The most frustrating the restaurant.
What do
I
you
would
mean?
have
What do you
read.
mean?
Well, you got to
Is it
have no
frustrating?
credit card. No credit
Well,
card.
yeah, we're back in the I mean,
They're like
I don't
cash.
want to rat them out, but it's
No,
a
I
little
like
like
the
red
shrimp.
flag, like all cash payment, and then
Listen.
you got to roll the dice if they're open.
What do you
Like,
mean?
You should call beforehand because
was
there's
COVID
no
did that.
set,
That
like,
was
opening.
COVID.
No,
That was COVID.
No.
They're
They've
not
got
open late.
random.
Some people
Well,
are
they're not
just
open.
inconsistent.
Sometimes it's just randomly closed. Like the employees just
Good. All
they're
those
like, "Ah,
Fridays
screw it,
in
we're
Lent.
not gonna show up for
They
work
open at
today."
7 a.m. Fridays in Lent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're open all day. You got to get in early, get in line.
I will say, when I worked in restaurants, we closed if we had no business all day.
Aaron,
You can do that.
Yeah.
you
I
show
feel
up to
it's
Bob's
like-
Shrimp, though,
yeah.
and they put like a temporary sign on the window. We're closed. It's
Yeah.
Like, we went out to
It's
lunch.
Of nowhere. Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
even that. Nobody
Employees
showed up
are like,
today.
"Eh, we
Gone
didn't show up for work.
fishing."
We're
Right.
just going to close up.
And Bob's Shrimp
Yeah.
is good, but it's
Yeah.
total munchy food.
Oh, yeah.
They should have a
They have the
420
best.
special.
Like, they're the...
If you were Bob's Shrimp, wouldn't you have a 420 special?
That's a good call.
Hey,
Right?
legislators.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Who do we talk to about changing the laws? Who do we put pressure on?
Your legislators.
Who is
Yeah.
that? How about
Your
the
super
president?
majority.
I can almost guarantee you all the legislators
That
in this
represent you.
area
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
represent
say.
you
Right.
are trying to do this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Mike
Italian.
Andrade.
Mike Andrade.
Push it.
Mike Andrade.
I'ma give him a
Mike
call.
Andrade's
Mr.
great.
Andrade.
Central's
Indiana.
fantastic. I'm happy that I supported that man, too. Forgive you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And Italian's been doing it for a decade, more.
Yeah, but you've got a supermajority in the House,
Italia.
a supermajority in the Senate who are not going to push it.
True
We got to
story.
Period.
push them.
Well,
I mean,
in our
this-
state,
I saw Mayor Tom get into a fight with the Attorney General at the time over CBD oil.
And
Yes.
then Teddy
yeah.
got a Twitter
Teddy.
account.
Because his dog
Yeah.
needed it to walk and
But
live.
the point
Yeah.
is, Michael, the point I'm trying to make is that that's how strong of a hill or steep of a hill you're climbing.
R.I.P.
Down in
No.
Indianapolis.
We have to go into their hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
They're
fine.
not
Yeah.
on the top of a hill. They're in some kind of cave. These people are that far behind the times.
They're all probably smoking anyway.
Think about-
or their
think about all
wives
the
are using a
farmers,
candy
too, that
bar or
benefit.
whatever
The
it
Hague
is, and they
has
don't
such a
say
big
it, and they
farming
can't
that
say it.
Everybody's talking
or
over
their
the
own
top.
fathers.
Nobody can
taking
hear when we all
something.
talk over
I'm not
the top of
talking.
each
Yeah.
other. I know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, the hypocrisy. You know, and it's available. And tell me they don't drive to Michigan to say that they
the
go to
Dr.
Trader
Foreit
Joe in
show.
Kalamazoo or some kind of business like that. And what's next door? Right there is a drive-through, and they pick it up and get their Trader Joe food. I know these people.
Thanks, Mike, for coming on today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I love being
Wrap it
here.
up.
A beacon
Is
of
it?
420 knowledge. Mike
Yeah.
Foreit.
Well, I don't
Not
know
all
if we.
of it. No
I don't know.
coupons. Don't ask me for coupons.
I don't know if we straightened out the latitude fiasco. I don't think that's. Been
I didn't
straightened
even
out.
know there was a latitude fiasco,
There is a
except for
latitude
the
fiasco.
fact that,
That
I
we're
haven't
already
done
on
business
season
with you.
3.
Aaron.
That's right. You got two
Aaron,
seasons.
Aaron, just
talk.
email
We'll
Steve at
Oh,
lockpod.com.
man.
Is that how
I
you
gotta
do it,
go
Lindsay?
through. I got to go
Yes.
through the.
Steve
Oh,
at
he's got a
lockpod.com.
email address.
That's right.
Nice.
Yay.
I ain't handling
Wow.
that anymore.
Nice.
I'll do your commercials
Nice.
personally.
Yeah,
with
Aaron,
love.
you're not going to get a
I
family
mean,
discount anymore.
Honestly, I feel like Dr. Mike should be my commercial.
That's fine.
You get like 30 seconds, but actually it's like a 2
10
minute
minutes.
long.
Well, I'm putting my
two.
own personal
Perfect.
stuff
Yeah,
in there.
I know. That's
You've been
what I'm
trying to
saying.
help
Like,
me
I'm
for
not
years
joking.
now.
He'll probably talk about your competitors in your commercial too.
I haven't mentioned my competitors.
Alex Garriott did my concrete.
He's like, Bernie's good, but Alex
Oh, that
Garriott is
wasn't
great
Garriott?
too.
Yeah, no, I like Bern. Bern's good.
What's Bernie's last name?
Grisiola. And he did.
Grizzolia,
He did,
but-
Isn't that funny?
Grizzolia.
You've been saying
it's
it wrong.
not-
Like
no,
the
no,
whole
no, no.
time.
You guys are
Grizzolia.
saying it. You guys are Americanizing it like on Ellis Island.
Let's
Okay?
Grizzolia. is
let's
his
put
real
some
name.
dough on this.
Oh,
Let's
God.
see how he
Grizzolia.
feels about that.
He's
We get him to
correct.
call
Smart
in.
guy.
I've been calling him
Okay.
the wrong name for 20 years.
Well, wait,
Yeah.
he
yes.
did. I'd say the last project I saw him on, Danny Z's Munster.
Fine. He does.
What's
great-
his name,
great
though?
work.
Bernie.
Grizz-
Bernardo. It's Italian.
Bernardo.
Yeah. So is his last name. believe it or not.
Italia.
Grizzola.
Now, what's the
Grizzola.
correct pronunciation?
Grizzolia.
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 I don't know if
Okay,
that's
I've been
right.
saying it that way.
I've been saying Grizzola my whole life.
Okay, I'll bet
really?
you. I'll bet
Yeah.
you. What do you want to do? Dinner at Byway.
I can't wait to listen to this podcast again. It'll
Gris-
be 6 people just
Grizzola.
talking
Oh,
at
Yeah,
the
right.
same time for an
Grizzolia.
hour.
I don't know if that's correct.
Grissolia.
You know, Bernie, your last name is incorrect according to Dr. Foreit.
Well, that's how I pronounced it my whole entire life.
Unfortunately.
Bern,
Us
but I
too.
know you and I recognize you and I love you.
All right, wrap it up. By the way, festivalakes.com
Dude.
to get your Limp Bizkit VIP experience passes. Get them
I
now.
swear,
before
when
they
I get
sold
off this show, I'm gonna freaking 420 it. You know,
Excuse me?
putting up with Foreit in the studio.
Hey,
like
listen,
this.
You
Jack,
almost
hey,
need
Jack
to smoke
Callahan.
after
I know, dude.
hanging
I
with
need to,
Foreit
like,
for an hour.
out. This was your idea.
I'm gonna 420 it.
Hey, Jack
blaming the
Callahan's
locomotive.
retiring from the fire department. He's a good old
420
boy,
blaze
too.
it.
420.
He's done a great job with the Make-A-Wish stuff that you guys have had, been there and been part of.
Can we see like the closed captioning for this? I would love to see a closed captioning.
It's like-
go
like a-
along, like
Unintelligible.
yeah,
It's like a Wikipedia
I
on the
think
bottom.
John left about 15 minutes ago, actually.
I like all of you.
All right.
I
Anyway,
enjoy your time.
we appreciate our audience. We appreciate our guests. I want to thank Aaron of Latitude Commercial for coming by.
A former
our
sponsor.
newest
Former
sponsor.
sponsor.
Like
Yeah.
we're in the process of
Thank
lining
God
up
I
right
didn't
now.
get into season 2. Just for the record, I don't even know when that happened.
You were in season 2.
Oh, I was.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. It just rolled into.
Yeah, it
all
rolled
of a
into
sudden
the.
3.
You went until
Okay.
April 1st.
By the
Okay.
way, when you
It
watch
was a 6
Netflix,
months.
like if you're watching a show, they usually have like 20 episodes,
Yeah.
15 episodes. That's what
By
we
the
do.
way,
Yep.
you got half off that 6 months. So
Yeah, 'cause you were
no
in
need
early.
to
prepay.
complain.
I prepay.
Don't
That's
tell
right. I asked
Lindsay.
for a discount.
We're not
Prepay.
talking about those discounts.
The great Dr. Foreit, thank you very much
I
for stopping
appreciate
by.
it, and I'm going to have the people over here make sure they tab us up for some sponsorship too.
I love it. Thank you.
And we're still looking.
By the way,
we're looking right now in the corridor. I got
by the
Philly
way,
looking too.
I've been doing this show for 3 years. I don't know, 60
We
some
have?
episodes.
We did it like
No,
for
I
3
bought you
seasons.
dinner
3
a few times.
seasons.
Boy, Tom never embellishes anything.
It's been
That's one
7
thing about
months.
Tom.
3 seasons.
Never
I'm
embellishes.
He's high
No,
right
by the
now.
way, I am
3
like I got
years.
totally high before I got here, but
Ew.
I noticed we haven't done one goddamn one Calm Care commercial. By the
GD.
way,
Well, you know what? I am too.
He
I'm
did a
sorry,
GD.
but
really,
I'm too. I don't need anybody else banging on my door.
You're too
you know?
busy.
It's
All right.
yeah, I haven't had to
Steve,
ever- yeah, so-
Calm Care.
Yeah, thank you.
Right,
But
yeah.
one source, my other one, that's the Nationwide or the other one. That's the one that I want to advertise. But that's the one that needs the property in Hammond. And I would love for you guys to eminent domain something on Calumet North.
Oh, that
We're on
sounds like
that.
a great idea.
I'll do
Sure.
it for you, Doctor.
Done.
How about the
Public
old
use.
Walgreens up that way or something like that? And I can
Manifest
put up-
Destiny
we
a
need to go
building.
north on Calumet.
That is a
because
no.
Okay, but something.
Yeah.
There's area there, like the old Burgess trucking site, that kind of
All right,
thing.
Dr. Mike, thank you very much.
Yes, I like that. I would love that.
The
Calumet
great
North,
producer,
baby.
John Vesmar, who's been
Johnny
stressed.
Vez, I've always enjoyed your company. You always make me look decent over here.
He does.
But
It's
he
hard.
ordered my Maltese.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, I did.
Kevin did.
Oh, Kevin,
That's
did.
okay, Mike.
How'd you know to get the
So-
right size?
We're all wrapping up here. We're going to talk about this after Tom. We're going to talk about this when Tom wraps up the show, Mike.
The notorious LMP. Thank you very much to my lovely
Thank
daughter.
Yes,
Lindsay.
Farasco.
I
She's great.
Aaron, isn't that a great
Appreciate it.
nickname for her?
That is good.
The notorious.
I
LMP.
came up with it. I'm very clever.
I think I
That is
did.
good.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
like
I did.
that.
I'm gonna roll the tape.
I want to like roll it back.
LMP.
I'm
You
pretty
better
sure
go
it was
back
me.
3 years because it's going to take a while to
I'm
get back
pretty
to
sure-
the first
yeah.
episode.
I'm pretty sure I came up with the nickname Notorious
3 years
LMP.
ago.
No, I did.
According to Tom, he's
man.
been on the podcast.
He always
Yeah.
takes my good
3
ideas.
Yeah. And then Aaron McDermott, thanks. Great for seeing you.
Hey, hey.
I was hoping you'd
Glad
talk
you come
more, but we
back.
had Foreit in here. You know.
Hey.
You know
Need
how
to
to,
mute it.
yeah, right.
I should have. They're done. I should
My-
have done that a long time
Let's
ago.
just put him
Thanks,
in
Zach.
another studio
ability?
in the future.
My ears are hurting.
He's
Yeah.
muted.
That's how bad this
And of
has
course,
been.
my co-host Kevin Smith. the
You guys are
best.
great. Thank
He's
you,
a great
guys.
corporate counsel for the city of Hammond. 420 aficionado. He's high as hell right now. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh, look at us.
Kevin. Yeah.
This
When
has been exhausting.
when I look at Kevin, I think total pothead. You know, that's
all the
right.
time, every day.
Happy 420 day, everybody.
Be safe, everybody.
Be safe.
Don't drive.
Yes.
Don't
while
drive.
high.
Out there
And if you
driving.
buy any cannabis in Illinois, you have to consume it in the parking lot and sleep there because you cannot drive.
Or take an
anything.
Uber home.
Or walk.
Or take an Uber home. But if you take an Uber,
yeah.
you still have to smoke it there. If you
Yeah.
take an Uber home, you're
Consume
breaking
it in
the law.
Illinois and take an Uber home.
Consume it on the Uber
Right.
before you hit the border.
And
That's
share
right.
with
Then
your
you're good.
driver.
That's right.
Share with your
No,
driver.
do not
Share
share
with your driver. All right.
not
So
share with your driver.
we gave you good 420 advice. We appreciate everybody. Happy 420 day. We will see you on
Call
Friday.
your council people.
By the way, we have Lake County. It's so funny after this episode.
Couldn't help himself.
On Friday, we have Lake County Prosecutor Bernie Carter.
Thank God.
So
What a
I'll come
follow-up.
in.
true story. Lake County Prosecutor Bernie Carter will be on Friday. We will talk marijuana laws, and we will talk, obviously a lot going on with
And
civil liberties and stuff like that.
We'll try not to talk over each other.
I'm
Yeah.
coming back in with Bern.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I like
No,
Bern.
you're not. So anyway,
Not happening.
thanks for watching Left to Center, everybody. We will see you on Friday. Take care,
Yay,
everybody.
yay, yay.